Hey, it's me, Peter Palmiotti. Welcome to my channel. So if you're new here, please subscribe, like this video, and yeah, is that better? It's got a bit of glare. Stop that. Okay. Yeah. Bah. Yeah, like this video. Watch all my other videos, and I hope you've been enjoying my newest videos. Speaking of which, so what's been going on? Well, today wasn't a perfect day. It started out really good, kind of hit a few bumps, and now I got to refocus. But typical. Some things I wanted to mention before I show you that. So, I posted these a couple of times. They're pretty neat pieces, but they didn't sell. So I'm just going to give them to a friend of mine, somebody who's been very good to me, and I want to be very good to her. So yeah, these will be going to her. Well, maybe I'll somebody else that likes my work. I'll get one to her as well. This is something I got my hands on recently, and it's Scott Snyder, Francis Mandipole. It was a 6-issue series, I believe. And yeah, this was issue 1. And it's a full book, but it's sort of split in the middle. Like the second half is a previous adventure. The first half is our recent adventure with the character. And it's Scott Snyder writing, Francis Mandipole, who's doing, pencils, inks, and colors. Then a letter and world design, never heard of them. But it's a Dark Horse book. Printed really nice, and I love Francis's work. I prefer his strictly comic book work as opposed to like when he does drop colors and special effects. But it works. It works. Like this is a sci-fi feature tale. But I thought it was a pretty good read. Got into the universe a bit and what this particular guy is up to, and this I thought was funny. So this page leaves on a little bit of a cliffhanger, so they decided to make the next page completely black before what next happens. It's kind of weird. But yeah, gorgeous work. And this is just a little insert drawing. Yeah, and then another black page. I guess instead of ads, since they seem to have from cover to cover, it's just clear. It's Scott Snyder and Francis Mandipole's book. Even the back cover that's kind of giving them, carte blanche, I guess. But yeah, it was a good read. I would read the rest. Not really trying not to pick up too many new books. But yeah, what do we got? This is episode 310 of Making Comics and Art. This cover is something I created, I believe it was 2 months ago. I was going to stream and talk about this subject. But yeah, I had all this streaming trouble and whatnot. But finding your artistic balance. I think I might have meant something else back then. But let's just go with what I'm going to talk about now. Did I know I have a stack of drawings somewhere, but I can't seem to find anything. Yeah, let's just stick with what's in front of me. And there's my cat at the window. Oh yeah, this is what I. So this I did the other day, and this was something I was working on this morning. There's a layer of heavy detail to what I've been doing lately, as well as a little bit of a cartoony element. And there's plenty of artists that waver on that sort of fine line. Yeah, let me open the door for my cat, who's becoming super annoying, going in and out. If you heard that, that was Rocket. Yeah, yes, talking about you. Yeah, I think I like that. I like where it can go realistic at times, and then more cartoony at times, and depending on just the story rhythm and you know how I choose to do what where. The more I've been doing these drawings, and here's one I posted a little while ago. Yeah, sort of realistic drawings, but all the same time could be construed as slightly cartoony. It's not realistic. I'm sure I'll get there at some point. But yeah, just a lot of fun. And especially like this, though, it's kind of far off the mark. It's a female. You can't really tell. I went way too heavy with the lines, but it's more the I mean, it is the heavy line work. But I believe you could do heavy line work on a woman if it's done right. It's almost a woman, but I think a lot of people who probably looked at it really quick probably saw it as a male, and very tiny boobs. No, I get the proportions wrong, but they're pushed up. They're pushed up. But yeah, really had a lot of fun doing this. As I said in the posts, she's a character that's supposed to be Asian, so it's definitely she doesn't look Asian. So I got a lot of Asian reference, and I'm just going to be doing a lot of sketching. I'm sort of developing and designing elements of the world within the comic. Like I said, yeah, I spoke to the writer creator, even though I'm technically co-creator, co-writer. I'm not sure. Whatever he gives me credit for. Anyway, I spoke to him, and we're going to attempt to see if we can do it as an Ashcan, and if we can do it this year. So I'm gonna touch base with him in a couple weeks, and then we'll see where we're at. So hopefully I can get my end done, and then we'll see about inks. We'll see about colors. We'll see about a cover. Even though I told him I'll do a cover, but he's gonna get a cover artist to do like the main cover, or the main alternate. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what becomes what. But he's got a fantastic artist to do that, so I'm sure that might be the main cover. But yeah, just been creating sort of a element in the book, and the language of it, not language per se, but it was a specific word I was thinking of this morning as I was working on it. I don't want to give anything away until we're guaranteed gonna launch. Mythology, I guess you could say, of the world. It's a sci-fi future tale, and yeah, so mythology is a good word. And as I do the artwork of the book, and you could expect something along the lines of what you've been seeing me do, although a little more comic booky, and yeah, I'm trying to push myself and do good work, and also not take a year and a day on each page. Though I do find myself doing more panels per page than I intend to. I don't know. I want to get some light pages in there somewhere. But yeah, it's like, I think I've had at least 10 panels per page so far, if I'm not wrong. It's been really fun to develop and do that, though. But yeah, finding the balance, finding like I don't want to give everything a super intense, detailed look. Some things are clearer on the page as simplified artwork, like that's not super complicated. It is detail to it, but then I can go in on certain things and do more realistic, feathered and detailed look. But yeah, so I'm sure by the time I finish the book, I'll figure out some basics. But yeah, this isn't going to be a long video tonight, and even I'm just going to post it up once I'm done. No premiere. It's much later than I intended to do a video in the first place. But like I said, I'm going to try to do weekday videos. There'll be a lot of premieres. There'll be ones I drop. And if the gods are ever on my side again, maybe I'll stream. It's just, yeah, I've been jamming away on lots of different things. But all for the best. All for the best. And yeah, we'll see some progress on my Spawn pinup next week. And if you have any questions or want to see anything specific, please drop a comment into below the video, and let me know. Let me know what you're reading, and maybe what you're looking forward to. I've come across a couple of new YouTubers, and maybe I'll do some shorts over the weekend, sort of spotlighting some other YouTubers I never came across before, and just sub to their channel. It's like I'm exploring more of what's on YouTube in regards to artwork, since I've been trying to improve my work of late. It's like I got all the right ideas. It's just execution, and executing within a timely manner is really the trick of it. If I could spend a week on a page, then it would be marvelous. Trust me. But yeah, you know, um, I remember it was somebody reviewing Mark Silvestri Wolverine books, I believe, on YouTube, and he was commenting, that the Wolverine issues was Mark's fast style, and this is before his artwork became more and more intricate. Before his Cyber Force image work, even. And yeah, somebody was commenting like there's a silhouette. There's at least characters in silhouette, completely just black outline, an outline. And it's interesting because it's a great story device. And it really works. Because you can't focus on everything on a page. It can't all be the same amount of detail. Even as an inker, I'm aware of that. Especially as an inker, because I'm finishing everything off. I always try to subtly focus the eye at key things within the page by the amount of crazy I put into it. And maybe it's a subtle thing like people don't catch or whatever, it's subliminal, what have you. That's okay. Like, it's our job to do that. Like, but I gotta say, like, just the little bit I've dabbled this past year on drawing more, and then now making comic pages. It's not that I haven't made comic pages before, and I used to say I love the storybook thumbnailing process, but now I'm really enjoying laying the art on the page, and like it's not easy. I'm struggling along the way. It's like the easiest thing becomes the hardest thing, because it's easy to draw some pretty cool faces, but if I'm looking to draw a specific face turned in a specific angle with a specific expression on its face, it's a lot harder. Like, it doesn't always gel, and but that's the challenge of being a comic book artist. That's why I will always say they are the best artists on this planet, comic book artists, because they could draw everything in any way anti-fashion, and it comes out looking effortlessly. And maybe people's perception of the final work will, seem like I put no effort into it. I mean, I put a lot of effort into it, but it looked effortlessly. Anyway, have a great weekend. Like I said, I might drop some shorts, but I'll see you with full video on Monday. So keep making art, keep making comics, and also make the world a better place. I'll talk to you again soon. All right. Ciao for now. Ciao.